Hey everybody, welcome to Rumble and Breaks. It's race Sunday and we are at the final race of the season. We are in Abu Dhabi. I don't know. Frankly, overall, race was just
It was just It wasn't very exciting.
It was pretty anticlimactic, to be honest. I mean, I was really hoping that, Hamilton would actually
Get his win.
get his win, but
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Hamilton has not gone winless in, I think it's like 8 or 9 seasons now. It's been a really long time.
it's a really long stretch. So when we get into it, I mean, top three.
Well, let's talk about, so I think the critical thing about this race was Leclerc and Perez tied 290 points apiece, I believe, coming into this. So it was all about where they finished. That's who would come second in the championship.
Yeah. And I think if Verstappen had actually helped Perez out last race, in the sprint and in the by helping him get an extra 2 points, it would actually probably
it would have been closer. I think Leclerc still would have won by 1 point with everything, but I don't know. It's hard to say. So
still team effort.
Speaking of that,
still millions of dollars on the table. All that was basically taken away. Unfortunately, Perez only 1 point. It was only 1.5 seconds behind Charles Leclerc, who actually came in second. It's actually funny in terms of justice that basically it was Hamilton and a whole bunch of series of events that basically caused Perez to actually be held back that 1.5 seconds, right?
Well,
it was a little payback from last year.
He couldn't get past Hamilton. It held him back.
Yeah, and then Verstappen, I'm the best, Mister. I'm number one. He's got I'm number one. He didn't help. He goes, his help to Perez was, hey, I think he should drive faster.
Yeah. Listen, he drove off by himself. He's not interested in anybody but himself. And that's fine. I mean, listen, all F1 drivers are competitive and they want to win, but Red Bull has never had a 1-2 in the championship, and they continue to have not had a 1-2 in the championship.
True. I mean, it's interesting that you actually heard the crowd boo him at the end when he was doing the interview.
You could see they wanted Perez to get it. They were not impressed with Max. I don't think this is going away. With the Red Bulls had a lot of, let's say, negative publicity over this, so they're probably very happy that they get now to take a couple months before the testing starts again, and we'll see what it's like.
Well, next season, at the end of this season, this is who we're actually saying goodbye to. Mr. The goat, spends a lot of time on the grass and spinning out, and it's still so odd that he spends he's just like 3 seconds behind, like off the bat, off the start of the race.
It's not even 3 seconds. He was like a minute and something behind. He's like a whole lap behind.
Sunday driving, and then unfortunately for Mick, he's going to be out for next season. I don't know where he's going. I don't think he actually knows where he's going to go at this point, too.
Yeah.
So, and of course,
Danny Rick. I'm going to miss Danny Rick.
I think you'll see him in the pits. I think he's going to be with. Rumor has it that he's going to be with Red Bull, right?
He'd go to Red Bull. I think Danny Rick has a huge following in the U.S. I think he should go drive Indy. I think he'd be amazing at Indy.
I agree with you. And then, last but not least.
Most important,
Seb.
It
was
four-time world champion.
I wish we could have seen him, Alonso, and Hamilton do donuts, but
Hamilton
second last lap of the race. Retirement, because I think the first lap of the race sort of messed them up with this.
I don't think it was.
He couldn't do his wheelie he didn't do his wheelie as good as Alonso did.
Well, no, I mean, just to be clear, to those of you listening and didn't watch the race, what we're talking about is, so Hamilton and Sainz had a little. They didn't touch, but they were jostling for position, and the only way Hamilton could avoid going into Sainz was to go over the curbs in the race, and so he caught some air, and I think that did some damage. I don't think that's why he retired, to be honest. I think it was the second time. There was another point in the race later where he went wide and he went over the curb again, and I think that was it. Then the reference to Seb, so when Alonso, who has retired and then come back, when he retired the first time, Hamilton and Vettel and Alonso, the 3 world champions at the time, went out and did donuts for Alonso. This time around, they were going to do it for Seb. Unfortunately, both Alonso and Hamilton had retirement, so poor Seb had to do donuts by himself. So that's what was going on with that.
Got it. And, next season, we're saying hello to Oscar Piastri, McLaren driver.
You're a little too obsessed with him.
I am a little too obsessed with him. I think he's going to be fantastic, though.
I don't know. We'll see.
And this is all in order of news. Mr. Nick DeVries, who's driving for AlphaTauri.
Yep.
That's gonna be really good. Having him team up with Yuki Tsunoda. And I don't have Nico Hulkenberg's card, but Nico Hulkenberg is going to be for Haas. And last but not least, he actually did really well this week. Logan Sargent. He finished in, I think, 5th or 6th on the sprint, and he actually lucked out and did really well this weekend. He finished in 5th in the feature race. So congrats to Logan Sargent. First time this.
Well, no, it's important to understand again context, right? So again, for those of you who don't know, he needs so many points to get his super license. To drive in F1, you have to have a super license, and he was shy points, so he had to finish. I think it was 7th or 8th or above in both the sprint and the final race. Plus, he had to have 100 kilometers of clean driving.
No penalty. Yeah, no penalties.
No penalty. Right? Yeah. So, anyways, he did it. So we figure he is getting a super license and will be driving at Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was at times it was actually pretty close. You couldn't tell because you did have people in the F2 taking each other out too. So it was interesting. It was interesting to.
So you have
Esteban
better focus there.
Esteban Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda. I don't know. I keep watching it and I'm really disappointed with just Yuki in general. It doesn't drive very well, to be honest. Verstappen, Max, Gunter, and Nikita.
Hate each other.
They hate each other. Verstappen, checkered flag. I love this shot. This is an awesome photo of I think it's Silverstone, right?
With the Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
Did Silverstone have a Ferris wheel? I don't think they did. Let's see. I don't know.
And George Russell.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Anybody knows in the comments where there's a Ferris wheel that's visible on the race map? Let us.
Well, no, in Singapore you could probably see it because in the Marina Bay.
That's not Singapore though.
That's definitely not Singapore though. Vizcal. It's doing okay.
Although it is at night, it might be Singapore.
Yeah, it's true.
That back. It is night.
George Russell. Checker. I have no idea who that I guess is a race principal. Lewis Hamilton, winner. Unfortunately, not seeing that a lot this season, as we mentioned earlier. Valtteri Bottas and Verstappen. I think we should be getting at least one more number card in this. I hope. And you get a lot of checkered flags, and I think you're also missing a rainbow foil. Mick Schumacher no longer driving. George Russell.
Williams.
Danny Ricciardo.
Always got a smile on.
And
that's
then,
one F1 driver. If I could meet anyone, I think Danny Ricciardo is one of the ones I'd like to meet for sure.
For sure. Sergio Perez. I personally think that Sergio Perez can outdrive Max Verstappen. That's just me. And wow, that's fitting. Just a Seb checkered flag. Danke Seb.
Danke Seb. That's right. That's
Danke Seb.
Danke Shang.
Charles Leclerc.
That kind of looks like the picture I have.
Pierre Gasly. That's right. You got a.
Actually, except mine's Seb.
And Guan Yu Zhou. Last but not least, another Danny Rick.
I was happy in that picture.
He's half smile.
Another
Another Seb. This is a Seb weekend pack. And, your nice. Favorite Fernando.
I do love Fernando.
Mr. Fernando.
I'm sorry. He just...
Oh, nice. Felipe Drogovic. He finished in second. Very consistent. He's very consistent.
Second this race. He won the championship.
He won the championship, but very consistent in general. He's definitely grown in the last few years. And another Lewis Hamilton. Same picture. You get a lot of repeats in these Topps packs. Lewis Hamilton and Sergio in the Alpine.
He makes a little joke about the Hamilton one. Yes, I didn't finish my race.
And last but not least, we got these 2020 Topps Chrome pack. So let's see what we get here.
Ooh, there you go. Shiny.
Art F2 car. And Caleb Ilott again. It's another Caleb Ilott. We got one, I think one of the last couple packs. Still looking at something. Oh, we got. Oh, looks like a foil car card. Oh, Cyril. It's Cyril. You haven't seen him since.
Well, he's not with them.
He's not. Yeah, no longer with them.
Or at least he's not team principal anymore.
And Campos. So overall, not too bad. A couple of interesting cards, but looking forward to next race season. I think it's going to start earlier.
24 races.
24 races. It's going to start in March, and looking forward to the next Drive to Survive. I guess let us know what you think.
I don't know what the episodes are going to be. There's going to be so many things I got to pick from. So
have all you new F1 fans? Have you actually gone back to watch? I mean, we talked about this, right? To actually go back and
I want to
watch the season one again to see all of the now that we know a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right. So, well, everyone, thanks for joining us. We'll look forward to the next F1 season. I think mid to end of March.
Yep.
Have a great time till then. Take care.